Swadika, I'm Jantipa Livingston. I am very honored to welcome you all to our Meditation for Peace program. We meet here on every Sunday morning. As of every week, the most venerable Palace Pavanavisud, or Rumpo Thammachayo, has compassion to lead us to meditation in our Inner Peace to World Peace episode. For our interview episode today, we will continue with part 2 of the interview with Madame Kang Chiang Keng. And we will also continue our program with the knowledge of the Lord Buddha's teaching in our self-development episode. This is a true story which the Lord Buddha used for his teaching to his followers, the Arahants. We know that we should regularly show our gratitude towards our parents and not to forget or not bother because we are too busy. As for 4 episodes, you will be guided by 2 lovely MCs who will share their happiness and joy with you. Please enjoy the program.
สวัสดีค่ะ
My name is Mood Abiban Kosurat.
I'm Dave Viladet Kosurat.
And nice to see you all once again. How is everybody doing after the Chinese holiday? I hope you had a great time with your family.
After spending time on the holiday, we will come back to learn how to purify our minds again.
Right. And now is the time for our favorite session that everyone's waiting for, the meditation practice led by the most venerable Luangpo Thammachayo, our beloved one. Let's start meditation along with his soft but powerful voice together.
หลับตาของเราเบาๆคลอดลูกพอสบายๆคล้ายกับตอนที่เราใกล้จะหลับกันนะจ๊ะแล้วก็ผ่อนคลายกล้ามเนื้อทุกส่วนของร่างกายของเรานั่นแหละให้มีความรู้สึกว่ามันสบายไม่มีส่วนใดส่วนหนึ่งร่างกายเราเกร็งหรือตึงนะจ๊ะต้องผ่อนคลายหลับเบาๆหลับตาสักค่อนลูกคือไม่ถึงกับปิดสนิทพอสบายๆคล้ายๆกับตอนที่เราใกล้จะหลับนะจ๊ะหลับสบายผ่อนคลายกล้ามเนื้อทุกส่วนของร่างกายเราตั้งแต่ศีรษะเลื่อยมาเลยใบหน้าศีรษะลำคอให้ผ่อนคลายบ่าไหล่แขนทั้งสองฝ่ามือถึงปลายนิ้วมือให้ผ่อนคลายร่างกายตั้งแต่ลำตัวสะโพกขาทั้งสองถึงปลายนิ้วเท้านะจ๊ะให้ผ่อนคลายให้หมดทั้งเนื้อทั้งตัวสำรวจตรวจตาให้ดีขยับเนื้อขยับตัวของเราให้ดีเนี่ยเลือดลมจะได้เดินได้สะดวกนะจ๊ะผ่อนคลายทุกจุดแล้วก็ทำใจของเรานะให้เบิกบานให้แจ่มชื่นให้สะอาดบริสุทธิ์ผ่องใสไร้กังวลในทุกสิ่งไม่ว่าจะเป็นเรื่องอะไรก็ตามให้ปลดให้ปล่อยให้วาง ทำใจให้ว่างๆไม่ผูกพันกับคนสัตว์สิ่งของใดๆทั้งสิ้นทำประหนึ่งว่าเราอยู่คนเดียวในโลกไม่เคยมีเครื่องผูกพันเลยทั้งคนทั้งสัตว์ทั้งสิ่งของธุรกิจการงานบ้านช่องการศึกษาเล่าเรียนหรือเรื่องอะไรที่นอกเหนือจากนี้นะปล่อยวางให้หมดนะจ๊ะเพราะเราก็รู้อยู่จากการศึกษาคำสอนของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าจะเป็นสิ่งมีชีวิตหรือไม่มีชีวิตล้วนต้องผุต้องพังหมดเกิดขึ้นตั้งอยู่แล้วมันก็เสื่อมสลายหายไปทุกสิ่งล้วนไปสู่จุดสลายไม่ว่าร่างกายของเราหรือของใครเสื้อผ้าเครื่องนุ่งห่มก็ต้องไปสู่จุดสลายมันเดินทางมาจากในไร่แล้วก็เข้าสู่โรงงานมาร้านค้ามาถึงตัวเราเดี๋ยวมันก็ลงไปที่ถังขยะมันต้องผุมันต้องพังกันทั้งนั้นแหละร่างกายเราเป็นอย่างไรสิ่งห่อหุ้มร่างกายของเราที่อยู่อาศัยลดลาตึกรามบ้านช่องผู้คนแม้กระทั่งโลกใบนี้เกิดขึ้นตั้งอยู่แล้วมันก็ต้องเสื่อมสลายไปนี่คือความจริงแท้ซึ่งเราควรจะนึกสักนิดหนึ่งก่อนเรานั่งสักนาทีหรือ2 นาทีนะเพื่อใจของเราจะได้ไม่ต้องไปผูกพันกับสิ่งที่ไม่มีสาระแก่นสารมันจะได้ปลดต้องปล่อยวางก็จะช่วยทำให้เราฟุ้งน้อยจนกระทั่งมันไม่ฟุ้งมันจะปลดมันจะปล่อยมันจะวางไปเลยแล้วก็คิดว่าเราก็ต้องตายวันนี้เวลานี้เรายังมีชีวิตอยู่เรายังรักษาลมหายใจเข้าออกได้แต่พรุ่งนี้มะรืนนี้เราไม่ทราบเพราะฉะนั้นเราจะเตรียมตัวของเราอย่างไรดีเนี่ยที่เราจะมีสรณะที่พึ่งที่ระลึกที่แท้จริงได้ซึ่งตัวนี้เราได้รับทราบแล้วว่าพระรัตนตรัยเท่านั้นแหละคือที่พึ่งที่ระลึกที่แท้จริงของเราสิ่งอื่นไม่ใช่เรายังมีความรู้อีกว่าท่านอยู่ในกลางกายของเราตรงศูนย์กลางกายฐานที่7กลางท้องเหนือสะดือขึ้นมา2 นิ้วมือแล้วก็เราก็ยังมีความรู้ว่าเราจะเข้าถึงท่านได้นั้นต้องอาศัยใจเนี่ยหยุดนิ่งอยู่ที่ศูนย์กลางกายฐานที่7อย่างสบายๆเราได้สัมผัสความสุขที่แท้จริงที่มาพร้อมกับดวงธรรมนั้นพอถึงตรงนี้ก็ให้รักษาเอาไว้ให้ดีให้ยิ่งกว่าการรักษาชีวิตอย่าชะล่าใจว่าเราจะทำเมื่อไหร่ก็ได้มันไม่ง่ายขนาดนั้นนะจ๊ะ แม้เราเคยเข้าถึงและสิ่งนี้มีอยู่ในตัวก็ตามเพราะว่าทันทีที่เราประมาทชะล่าใจไม่ทำให้ต่อเนื่องใจก็จะถูกดึงไปพัวพันกับสิ่งที่ทำให้ใจเราหยาบขุ่นมัวฟุ้งซ่านอย่างนี้ไปเรื่อยๆเพราะฉะนั้นพอเรามานั่งเพราะเริ่มจะมีอารมณ์อยากจะนั่งอีกตอนนี้เราก็จะอยากได้ประสบการณ์เก่าๆที่เราเคยได้แต่ความอยากตอนนี้มันจะรุนแรงจนกระทั่งกลายเป็นความลุ้นเร่งเพ่งและก็จ้องซึ่งพอความรู้สึกนี้เกิดขึ้นลมมันก็หยาบลมในตัวกายก็หยาบใจก็หยาบพอใจหยาบมันก็ไปสู่ที่ละเอียดไม่ได้ดวงธรรมใสๆนั้นเป็นของละเอียดเมื่อเครื่องส่งกับเครื่องรับเนี่ยมันมีความละเอียดไม่เท่ากันอายตนะมันไม่ตรงกันมันก็ไปถึงไม่ได้อันนี้แหละคือสิ่งที่ผู้ที่ชะล่าใจจะได้รับถ้าเคยได้แล้วก็ปล่อยปละละเลยไม่ทำต่อมันเหมือนเป็นการลงทันกับตัวเราเองเนี่ยโดยความทุกข์ทรมานว่าสิ่งที่เราเคยได้และเข้าถึงแล้วทำไมเราไม่ได้อีกทั้งที่สิ่งนั้นก็ยังมีอยู่ที่เดิมและพร้อมที่จะให้เราเห็นได้ตลอดเวลานี่เพราะความประมาทและชราใจสำหรับผู้ที่เคยเข้าถึงแล้วนะเพราะฉะนั้นถ้าเราเข้าถึงแล้วก็ต้องหวงแหนเอาไว้รักษาเอาไว้จากการทำใจหยุดนิ่งดูไปเรื่อยๆทั้งหลับตาลืมตาในทุกอิริยาบถและทุกกิจกรรมไม่ว่าจะครองเรือนออกกำลังกายทำมาหากินศึกษาเล่าเรียนหรือทำอะไรก็แล้วแต่แล้วก็ตรึกไปในสุดมันก็จะติดเป็นอัตโนมัติเมื่อติดเป็นอัตโนมัติแล้วเราจะไปหกเขมรตีลังกาอย่างไรเนี่ยมันก็ยังเห็นอยู่จะหลับตาลืมตาจะพูดจะคุยจะติดต่อธุรกิจการงานมันก็ยังเห็นอยู่ภายในซึ่งมันจะแบ่งออกมาภายนอกครึ่งหนึ่งแล้วอยู่ภายในครึ่งหนึ่งเองเป็นอัตโนมัติคล้ายๆกับว่าดวงธรรมใสๆที่เราเข้าถึงนั้นเป็นอวัยวะส่วนหนึ่งของชีวิตจิตใจของเราเหมือนดวงตาจมูกใบหูก็เป็นอวัยวะส่วนหนึ่งของร่างกายนี่ก็เหมือนกันแต่หลังจากนั้นก็เราก็ฝึกหยุดนิ่งไปเรื่อยๆที่กลางดวงนั้นฝึกไปทำความคุ้นเคยกันไปเรื่อยๆพอคุ้นเคยหนักเข้าเดี๋ยวมันก็จะถูกดึงแล้วก็ดูดเข้าไปสู่ภายในแล้วก็เรื่องราวดีๆก็จะเกิดขึ้นจะถูกเปิดเผยขึ้นใจเราดิ่งเข้าไปสู่ภายในและขยายไปทุกทิศทุกทางเราจะเข้าถึงดวงธรรมใสๆกายภายในที่ใสๆกายของตัวเราเองเนี่ยส่องกระจกก็เห็นแต่นั้นก็ยังไม่ใช่แต่ว่าเวลาหลับแล้วฝันเห็นนั่นแหละใช่แต่ตื่นมาแล้วอยู่ตรงไหนก็เราไม่รู้แต่ถ้าหยุดนิ่งแล้วเข้าถึงได้ถึงจะรู้ว่าอยู่ตรงนี้เองเนี่ยเป็นชีวิตภายในกายละเอียดมนุษย์ละเอียดนี้เนี่ยมันจะมีภพภูมิของเขาภ ภภูมิของกายมันโดยละเอียดและในการกายละเอียดก็มีกายทิพย์ซึ่งก็เป็นภพภูมิของกายทิพย์ที่จะสื่อสารกันได้ติดต่อเชื่อมโยงกับผู้ที่มีกายอย่างนี้กายทิพย์พรหมอรูปพรหมอะไรต่างๆเหล่านั้นก็จะมีภพมีภูมิอยู่กระทั่งก้าวถึงกายธรรมเพราะฉะนั้นหลักตอนนี้มันก็อยู่ที่ว่าทำอย่างไรเนี่ยใจถึงจะหยุดถึงจะนิ่งได้ดังนั้นในช่วงนี้นะจ๊ะเราฝึกให้ใจวางเบาๆค่อยๆประคับประคองวางเบาๆนึกถึงของใสๆเป็นดวงหรือองค์พระใสๆเทียบเคียงกับความใสของสิ่งที่เราเคยเห็นนั่นนะใสของกระจกของน้ำหรือของเพชรหรือความใสสว่างของดวงดาวในอากาศเราก็ค่อยๆนิ่งๆแต่อย่าเผลอกดลูกในตาไปดูนะจ๊ะอย่าเผลอทำนิ่งๆอย่างเดียวให้ใจได้สัมผัสกับความนิ่งในสมบูรณ์หยุดกันนิ่งจะภาวนาสัมมาอรหังเรื่อยไปหรือจะไม่ภาวนาก็แล้วแต่ใจเราสมัครเอานะจ๊ะสมัครใจอย่างไรก็เอาอย่างนั้นเราลองทำกันดูผ่อนคลายใจนิ่งนุ่มเบาๆสบายฝึกกันไปนะจ๊ะ
Wow, what a good feeling that we get after meditation each time.
Yes, I feel very good too.
Meditation is the word perfectly gathering peace and joyfulness.
The most venerable Parachapavana Visuddha exhorts that after practicing meditation will easily lead us to a happy life.
That's right. If our mind can be focused at our own center, it will always attract only good things into our life.
If everyone in this world has practiced meditation, by the power of meditation, everyone will have a new life.
Of course, and there will be an encouragement to find peace to the world too.
For now, let's continue with the interview with Madame Kang Siang Keng.
So, let's enjoy the interview session together.
Maybe you can share that your experience during your meditation.
That's before, right? Before I come
before
here.
and now.
Yes.
What is your experience? What your inner peace like that?
Yes. I can have. I had a very profound experience when I started to meditate in 2003. Because when I started, I have no expectation. You know, I just know that I want to get better because I was of ill health, not so healthy.
So that's
healthy.
You have a problem with your health.
Health, which is high blood pressure. That's why I retired early.
Okay.
So that was only my just to become healthy. Yeah. And one night, as usual, I center my mind and I slept. And the next moment, a bright light just appeared. It's like the car headlight turned on, was so bright, but it doesn't hurt my eyes. Yeah. And
During your
then
meditation or
during I was meditating and sleeping because I go to
Okay.
bed, I will do that,
Okay.
and center my mind. And I was frightened because I haven't seen such brilliant light before. And I tried to open one eye and the room was dark. Then, okay, I quickly shut my eye again and the next light appeared again. But it was a weaker one. And then I opened my eyes and I just closed and sleep. And I felt very peaceful.
You felt very peaceful
I
after you saw
the light. And before, because that evening I meditated at the center under the guidance of Long Pi Song Kiet, and I was feeling very peaceful and blissful. And then I just gone to bed and continue.
That's after you saw the light. That's after you took a proper lesson, you mean?
Yes, that's when I started to have a proper lesson at the center. Yeah, and that it was a very, I would say, experience that I cannot forget.
For the new experience for the meditation.
At this retreat?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The first 2 days, I couldn't tame my monkey mind.
Monkey mind.
Yeah, it was just jumping and my legs were aching, Then the third day was better. And I could had a very good session. And of course, we followed the instruction by the teaching monk. And I center my body with the crystal ball. And suddenly, a large crystal ball appeared, And it grew bigger and bigger. And then many, many small crystal balls followed. It just coming forward. And the very last crystal ball was the Buddha inside. Yes. And
Just inside your body?
Yes, when we meditate, we are able to see, when we are very calm. And that was, again, a very wonderful experience. And I feel very blissful and calm. And that's why I want to share with everybody.
You're just very kind of you. It's very nice. And maybe because you have just a great experience of meditation, maybe you want to share the techniques that you use during your meditation.
All right, sure. Most of the time, I will imagine myself to be in a wide open space, like I'm the only one in the universe. Yes, and before I used just to put my mind at the center of my body, at the 7 point there, and then I would just meditate. And sometimes, especially on Sunday morning when I meditate at the center, I am very calm. I could still do not feel my body at all. Yes.
It means just take less time for you to just go right to the center.
Yes,
then.
when we learn the method and we practice, so one day we will be able to achieve. Yeah, as a beginner, we have to struggle. and
Everybody does, right?
And this retreat really gave me an opportunity, to practice the meditation more intensively and also to reconnect my mind and body. And it's a very good experience.
Very good experience. So,
Yes.
is that the most impressive experience that you have? Do you have any other impressive experience that you have it from this retreat?
Oh, this retreat, yes. I enjoy the company.
Enjoy your
the
company.
of so many
You have 12 of
friends.
them.
Yeah, and not only that, the international friends.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm very grateful to the teaching monks for teaching us the Dharma and the meditation. Thank you very much to the teaching monks.
Okay. What is your inspiration after this retreat?
Oh, after this retreat, of course, I will continue and put more time in meditation when I can, and encourage more friends or even family members to attend retreat.
Okay.
Like
Right
this.
now, your families have done the meditation too?
Oh, only my husband and my eldest daughter. She does.
They
Yes.
do the meditation. That's very good then. And because you look very happy, right? And because you did a lot of meditation, am I correct?
Yes, I hope so.
Yeah, maybe and maybe you can tell me that what you think that can meditation bring peace and happiness to people around the world?
Of course, yeah. Because firstly, when we it's every one of us can meditate, we will be able to remove defilement in our mind. And therefore, we will be able to live peace and harmony with everybody, no matter where, place, time, and who.
Uh-huh. Okay, do you have the objective in life? What is your objective in life?
Oh, all right. My objective in life, of course, is to have my family members to be healthy and happy. And of course, my passion is still in teaching. It's still in teaching children, students, and help them when they have problem in their studies. And as my job, I'm a center director of a center, and children who come for tuition, most of them are struggling in their studies or they have failed. Yeah, and what I learned is having patience, especially when I interview mothers who want to come and find out what I can do for their children. I have to be very patient and then listen to their problems, or sometimes share my experience as a mother when their child has behavior problem. Yeah, and then when the child come in for the test, I will conduct the test for the child, for the student, and design the program for this child, either weak in English or maths. Sometimes I will teach them, sometimes my tutors will teach. And then we really have to understand these children who has been failing in their school exam and not doing well, they have very low self-esteem. They feel very sad. And in school, they cannot cope up with school. So I try my best, to be patient, to encourage them. And it's very rewarding to see them improve and then come for tuition with smiles on their face.
But what do you think that should make you so calm to have a lot of patience in order to help the people who are struggling from their school or their life?
Yes.
What do you think have helped you?
Yes, it's meditation.
You definitely think that meditation helps you to be very patient person like that.
Yes. Of course, so meditations will help us to calm ourselves. So sometimes during lunchtime, before my class starts, I will sit down and then meditate for 10-15 minutes before my students come, and I see them and have a happy face for them.
Oh, okay. Yes. That's really good for them. Okay, they'll have no fear, they'll come to you.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. You're good, just like you're a good mother and good teacher too.
Thank you.
I have to say, wonderful teacher and wonderful mother.
Thank you.
Yeah. Maybe you think that you want to, because you help a lot of people who have all this problem, right? Maybe you think that you want to introduce this kind of meditation to them? Let them try to practice meditation. You think is that gonna help them in their life?
Yes, if I have the opportunity. If some of the children, before I was teaching in school, because I had a class, I would normally teach them that.
You normally teach?
I would, especially exam.
Exam
paper. I say, all right, close your eyes, just that only, to help them to keep calm.
Before they start the exam, I say, okay, student, everybody close your eyes.
And that's all.
That's good. How about now? Can you do that too?
Yes, I can. I can.
Probably might be a good way to help them too, right?
Yes, yeah. For like some children, if they are very stressful, maybe I could tell them, okay, this is what the way can help to just close your eyes and relax. That's all.
Just close your eyes
and relax.
Easy. It sounds so simple and so easy.
You don't need to use the word,
Close your eyes and
relax. Yes.
Okay. And what do you think about this location? How you like the retreat and the location here?
Oh, the location is perfect. The beautiful scenery around here. The mountain air is so fresh. Oh, it's really wonderful to be here.
It's very needed for that. Okay, and maybe you have a chance to come back here again, because I see now your group from Singapore, people,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Not including others from other countries, right? Maybe you want to introduce the people to come more to the meditation center,
Okay.
and you choose to come back here again.
Yes,
If you have a chance.
yes, definitely. I would come back here again
Uh-huh.
to again reconnect body and mind.
Yeah, to charge up your battery.
Yes, that's right, that's right. Yes, yes, I would definitely encourage everyone, everywhere, anywhere in the world, wherever you are, to come to this retreat and just close your eyes and relax. And that sounds very easy.
It sounds very easy. Yeah, but need practice, right?
Of course, you have to be diligent in everything we do.
Okay,
Then you will
I
get
agree with
the result.
You get the result. Probably that's the thing that's the thing you want to say to the DMC audience around the world.
Yes, yes, yeah. To DMC audience around the world, I'm very happy to share with you all my experiences and Anamotanabun to walk the path of truth with me. Thank you.
Anumotana Bun, right? Okay. Well, thank you very much for sharing your wonderful experience with us and others or people who heard that. Maybe just inspiration for them to want to start meditation. Doesn't matter to come here or to start meditation at their own place.
Yes, yes.
Right. And thank you very much again. Hope to see you next time at the retreat.
Thank you.
คุณหมูครับ We have learned about things that we have never heard before. I think that we are very lucky to have such a great master to teach us.
Yes, the knowledge of the Lord Buddha is endless, but he selects only what is relevant to our life to teach us.
Right. Like what he said to his followers, that the knowledge he teaches us is only a handful of leaves, while the whole knowledge is like the leaves in the forest.
It means that there are many more things that still unknown to us.
Yes, things that happen to us in this life is the fruit of our deeds from the past life.
If that is so, I will spend the rest of my life doing only good things.
I like your great idea.
By the way, let's continue with the Purchase People program that we left off last week.
And we will see that Wat Pratamakai has many great projects to explore in the Enlightened Living episode.
Then we have training in what's known as contentment. Contentment doesn't mean contentment with rubbish, but contentment means that you're not hankering after more than what you get. You're not hankering after more than what you already have. So that you feel settled in your mind, no matter what happens to you, you have happiness anyway. The training of being a monk is very much concerned with this feeling of contentment. In our worldly lives, we are taught to strive for more and more, to be ambitious, not to be content with what we have, but to strive for something more, to get more than the neighbors. But when we meditate and when we become monks, it's the other way around. We try to be contented. We use the fact that maybe we would like a little bit more as something to train ourselves, to ask us what is really the thing which brings us the happiness. Is it something outside ourselves, or is it something on the inside? So far we didn't actually get down to the meditation yet. This is all culture which leads on to the ability to meditate better. If we can manage to do all of these things, whether it be keeping the monastic rules, having the right livelihood, self-discipline in the 3 levels mentioned here, restraint of the senses, mindfulness and self-possession, and also contentment, we find that when we do eventually come to meditate, it's going to be very easy for us. I don't know in your lectures so far whether you've heard about a set of possible obstacles in your meditation known as the 5 hindrances. Have you heard about them? Can you tell me what they are? Sense desire, ill will, sloth and torpor, that is sleepiness, absent-mindedness, and doubt. Okay? These would be the 5 things which you go into battle with every time you meditate. And if you can overcome them, then your mind becomes unified. And that is the start of true meditation. If you have all of the monastic qualities, all 6 are the ones I already mentioned, when you come to the time when you do meet up with those hindrances, when you sit down to meditate, you find that you'll be able to overcome them much more easily than a person who hasn't done the groundwork. Yeah? And once you can overcome those hindrances, then you start to move to the higher fruits of monkhood, which are 4 absorptions, or 4 jhana, where your mind does become focused on increasingly subtle levels. Yeah? And finally, if you can master all 4 jhanas, you can attain enlightenment on increasingly, well, from a lower level to increasingly high level towards a complete destruction of defilements eventually. And if that's the case, then you find towards the end of your notes that some people who are able to attain enlightenment on a certain level have with that the ability to have certain sorts of mental powers. Some do, some don't. It depends on how they have cultivated perfections in their past. But when I said that there's miracles and there are miracles, then some of the miracles worth having are things like, let's say, being able to know what's going on in the mind of other people, to be able to hear what's going on beyond what you can normally hear with the human ear, and so on. Okay? I won't go into detail here, but you can read it for yourself. These are the results of what the point is of being a monk. So what Prince Ajatasattu came to understand from what the Buddha taught was something which was much more profound than what he had understood from speaking to the other 6 teachers, which was that Devadatta, in fact, had not been conducting himself as a monk should have done. Although he said he was a monk, but he hadn't been conducting himself in a way that was appropriate for a monk. And this cleared up the doubts which Ajatasattu had about, what are all these monks doing in my kingdom? Obviously, Devadatta was the exception to the rule. And as a result of that, King Ajatasattu was extremely impressed by the Buddha. He vowed to give his support to the Buddha for the rest of his life. And once he had gone back to the palace with his entourage, the Buddha revealed to the other monks present that if Prince Ajatasattu had not committed that deed of patricide, of killing his own father, by the means of that sermon, he would have attained a lower level of enlightenment. But unfortunately, because of the weight of that heavy karma of killing his own father, then the benefits of that sermon could not help him. But one interesting thing happened before Ajatasattu went back. He confessed what he had done to the Buddha. He said, I realize now, what a terrible thing I've done, and I will not do this again. It's what's known as a confession. And you might think that that doesn't really change very much, but it does show something quite important, which is that he had made up his mind never to slip back into that sort of thinking again, to strive to do something better in the future. So, on the face of it, this sutta tells us a lot about not only monastic training within the letters and rules of the Patimokkha, or 227 rules, but also within the culture which surrounds monasticism, training ourselves in different ways which go beyond those rules as well. And we see that if we can manage to do this properly as monks, there are many, many benefits which await us, which reward those who practice properly and appropriately as monks. But on a deeper level, it shows us also that even a person who has done dire things in their life can turn their life around eventually if they come in contact with someone wise, like the Buddha, who can point out the facts of life properly. But someone can also ruin their life if they get in with even a monk who may be a bad influence, someone like David Atta. So the sort of people who we associate with can have a very important influence on our future. It's not just what we think is good that is going to help us to make progress in our spiritual path, but we're also influenced by the people around us as well. And this is why it's important to come into contact with the right people.
คุณหมูครับ
ค่ะ
We have learned about things that we have never heard before. I think that we are very lucky to have such a great master to teach us.
Right. The knowledge of the Lord Buddha is endless, but he selects only what is relevant to our life to teach us.
Right. Like what he said to his followers, that the knowledge that he teaches us is only a handful of leaves, while the whole knowledge is like the leaves in the forest.
It means that there are many more things that still unknown to us.
Yes, things that happen to us in this life is the fruit of our deeds from the past life.
If that is so, I will spend the rest of my life doing only good deeds.
I like your great idea.
By the way, let's continue with the Precious People program that we left off last week.
And we will see that Wat Pathamakai has many great projects to explore in the Enlightened Living episode.
Welcome back. We're in Thailand with Pra Nicholas, one of the founding monks of the biggest Buddhist temple on earth. Not only are adults involved, young boys too occupy an important position within the temple.
They are known as novice monks, and from the age of about 9 up to the age of 20, one pathway of education for young boys in Thailand, instead of going through the normal education system of primary, secondary school, they can become novices, and they're sort of supported by a Buddhist scholarship throughout their education.
So will they all go on to be monks, or, I mean, it's very young to decide?
It's very young to decide. They get a knowledge of scriptural languages, they get a knowledge of Buddhism, and they also study mathematics, geography and everything else on the curriculum. But when they come to the age of 20, it's up to them whether they go on into becoming a fully fledged monk, or whether they may choose to leave the novicehood and go on to get their own occupation.
We've sort of touched on it, but you've given up a lot. These boys will give up a lot. Has it brought you great joy?
To have given up things,
Yeah.
or
Well,
to,
the whole thing. I mean, are there times in the middle of the night, I know you sleep on a concrete floor, as I understand it, so you're asleep on your concrete floor, or not asleep on your concrete floor, and you think, do you ever think, what on earth am I doing here?
I think that stage has sort of probably passed by a long time ago.
Right. And you get up very early in the morning,
Yeah, it takes discipline.
yeah, and you don't eat after...
Midday.
You don't after... So that's... We've had our lunch, and that's that.
That's that until tomorrow morning.
What about your family? When you said to your family, I'm going to be a monk,
In the beginning, they were pretty skeptical. In fact, at one stage when I came here, they were sure I'd been brainwashed. And they actually came all the way to Thailand to make sure I hadn't been brainwashed, and I was happy here, and it was of my own free will that I was staying here.
it's interesting you say the brainwash, because you see everybody's in white. It can look, please don't take offence, sort of cultish or sectish.
Well, it's a large number of people, and I think in the West especially, if you get large numbers of people doing anything which is the same, then it tends to arouse suspicion. But if you look at what people tend to do in large numbers in the West, whether it's going on a demonstration or going to a football match, rock concert, you know, I wouldn't say that these things are really doing anything very constructive for the world.
The temple now runs its own satellite television channel to spread its teachings all around the world. I'd been asked to present a national award the temple had won for producing some of Thailand's best television programming. It was a bit daunting, really. Nearly 100,000 people had turned up by now to watch. The abbot, Lung Po, is the inspiration behind the temple, but he's not comfortable speaking English.
Just as with everything to do with this temple, there is an amount of ceremony. I mean, I can't just give this award to the abbot, because as a monk it would be wrong for him to grab a present. I must first ask permission whether he will take the award, and then when I've got the permission, then I hand it to him.
It all seemed to go well enough. I'd been thoroughly coached about what to do and say.
Thank you. And congratulations on a second award. Thank you very much indeed.
This award ceremony was a major part of the service, but sheer quiet dominates most of the time. That's what brings so many to the temple. Hour upon hour is spent in meditation.
Although we wouldn't go out and try to convert the whole world to Buddhism, but the abbot here has the wish that if enough people meditate successfully, no matter what beliefs they might profess, but it will make the world a more peaceful place.
As you know, I've been in one meditation session so far. I have to confess, I sort of nodded off rather than got any great consciousness, but that's obviously I'm just starting.
Yeah.
Why do you want to meditate? Why is it important that I should do that, everybody should do that?
Because I think you need to be happy within yourself before you can relate happily to the rest of the world. And if you think about the state of the world today, where the world hasn't been free of a war for however many centuries, then you see that there is a need to bring peace to the world, unless of course you're an arms dealer or something, in which case, you know, maybe you have a vested interest in making sure the world's always at war.
But in terms of the meditation, what do you have to do to get?
Well, the meditation, basically it's a means by which you can learn to focus your mind instead of letting it be distracted onto various different things, scattering our attentions as it were. We learn to bring it onto a single point. And the important thing is that point should be within us.
And that's a joyful feeling?
In the beginning, there's a feeling rather of where your mind becomes captivated almost by this feeling of peacefulness inside yourself. So it's this sort of thing which I guess the mystics down the century have been advocating, but of course it's not easy for most people to find.
Pra Nicholas had one last thing to show me, a noisy, people-packed finale to our day.
In a moment there's going to be a ceremony for pouring concrete to mould a pillar which is going to be used to support a roof, which is going to be put over the whole of this structure here. Right. It's an immense structure because it's about 3.2 kilometers in circumference. So you can imagine the sort of size of roof which is going to take to cover the whole of this.
So you're going to have a temple that's going to be 3.2 kilometers around?
Yes, that's right. And in the center here is a pagoda. And the idea of this is that one of the Buddhist ceremonies is that people circumambulate or go around the pagoda in a clockwise direction as a symbol of respect for the pagoda.
It's a huge undertaking, a very costly undertaking. I suppose I've got to ask, where's the money come from?
Well, as you see, there are large numbers of people coming here, and Buddhists feel that when they come to the temple, they should do something to help out the temple by supporting it. And with these sorts of numbers of people, even a few pence from each person, a few baht, can help to make that a reality.
when I said to a friend I was coming here, and she lives in Bangkok, she said, "Oh, there's been controversy over money."
Yeah.
What exactly is the controversy?
The sort of vision of this temple is not just a local vision. Most temples in Thailand seek only to look after the welfare of perhaps the people in their own village. But here the vision is much greater. We try to make a temple which is a place where people throughout the world can come to use it. So therefore, obviously, the structures are much larger than in a normal village temple. And because of that, some people feel that our temple is out of line because it's doing much bigger or more extravagant things than is normally done in temples you see in Thailand.
And there's an awful lot of money involved.
Yeah, that's true. But if you talk about the amount of money per person who uses a temple, then it would probably not be more than anywhere else in Thailand.
Right. So, I mean, I know there is a feeling that some of the money doesn't go to where it should go.
Well, I think most people, if they see that the buildings made here are well built, then they see that if they understand how much building costs, then they see that they're getting something for the money.
There is, I suppose, a contradiction, isn't there? Is that obviously Buddhism is a very old religion. What you're trying to teach and engender is a very spiritual thing, and yet you've now got satellite televisions. There are loudspeakers, as we can hear, all around us. How does that work? That contradiction?
Here in our temple, perhaps we're a little bit different from most temples, and we're not scared of using modern technology hand in hand with these ancient knowledge of Buddhism, so that it does become relevant to people in a modern day and age.
Because why is that? Because presumably you're up against a whole lot of other messages.
Yes,
I mean, it's a very aggressive is the wrong word, certainly for you, but it's a very out there sort of policy that you have.
Quite. I think a lot of people, not just in our temple, have said that for Buddhism, the message is good, but the promotion is lousy.
Right.
So it tends not to reach as many people as would like to know about it. Here we're not an evangelist temple, but we do make use of modern media because we feel that that's what people of the new generation expect from a place which they would like to be seen at.
Right, so people here with mobile phones, would you have a mobile phone or?
Yeah, because you can't find people here otherwise.
Right, so.
But we put them off when it's time for meditation.
Well, it's been a fascinating day. Thank you very much for showing me around. It's an extraordinary place.
Okay, thank you
very
too.
much for being on the program.
Yeah.
Kundetคะ
ครับ
I'm thrilling with joy every time I see many people meditate together in peace.
It's the huge gathering that means so much to the world. Inviting people to do good deeds is the action that we should recognize.
Every time I see the Dhammakaya Setiya, I feel so overwhelmed. The Setiya consists of 300,000 small Buddha images on the outer shell and 700 more inside, which is one of its kind.
It's amazingly beautiful. I confirm that Dhammakaya Setiya is the one and only in the world. It should be recorded in the Guinness Book.
I agree. We have seen such a gigantic structure. Now I know why this temple has to be bigger than others.
Well, like the Master said, most temples only take care of people living nearby. But for Prathamakaya temple, the abbot has a great vision. He sees that many more people will come to the temple. So the construction must be prepared for everyone in the future.
I think that coming to the temple, learning Dhamma and giving generosity are better than going to lounge or pub, drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes.
Yes, coming to the temple and giving generosity, we will get merit. But drinking alcohol, smoking cigarette, we will get sin.
I strongly agree, since we have to reborn in the next life. So, if we want to have a better life, we have to accumulate merit and perfection. Kundetคะ
ครับ
Unfortunately, I think our time for today is up again.
Yes, it's time for us to say goodbye.
See you next time. สวัสดีค่ะ
อีกครั้งกับภาพสีเหลืองเรืองรองของโคมมาคประทีปนับแสนดวงอีกครั้งกับการประกาศเกียรติคุณทางปัญญาครั้งยิ่งใหญ่ที่สร้างกระแสความตื่นตัวด้านศีลธรรมไปทั่วโลกขอเชิญสาธุชนผู้มีบุญทุกท่านร่วมงานมหากุศลครั้งประวัติศาสตร์ วันมาฆบูชาในวันจันทร์ที่ 9 กุมภาพันธ์ พุทธศักราช 2552 เวลา 6 นาฬิกา ร่วมสร้างมหาทานบารมีในพิธีตักบาตรหน้ามหาธรรมกายเจดีย์ เวลา 9 นาฬิกา ร่วมพิธีปฏิบัติธรรม กลั่นใจให้ใสสะอาดบริสุทธิ์ เวลา 12:30 นาที ร่วมชื่นชมความสามารถของเยาวชนไทยในพิธีมอบโล่พระราชทานทางก้าวหน้าครั้งที่ 27 เวลา 17 นาฬิกา ร่วมพิธีมอบโล่วัชระเกียรติยศโครงการสอบต่อปัญหาศีลธรรมเพื่อสันติภาพโลกหรือ World PEC ครั้งที่ 3 และภาคค่ำร่วมย้อนรำลึกถึงวันมาฆบูชามหาสมาคมในพิธีจุดโคมมาฆประทีปนับแสนดวงสว่างไสวดุจทะเลเทียนณลานธรรมมหาธรรมกายเจดีย์วัดพระธรรมกายจังหวัดปทุมธานีร่วมกันสืบสานวัฒนธรรมชาวพุทธด้วยการสวมชุดขาวมาร่วมงานโดยพร้อมเพรียงกัน
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all feel very happy with our full and stimulating and educational program today. We do hope so. Before I say goodbye, I have a great teaching of the Most Venerable Luangพ่อ Thammachayo to share with you all. You can use this great teaching to help encourage yourself to practice regular meditation. The topic is if we are true. The path and fruit of Nirvana is already within us. Method, example, and guide are readily at hand. It is not for lack of these things that we have not achieved success in meditation, but rather our lack of earnest, perseverance, and commitment to the practice. If we are true to our practice, true results must come to us. 29 January 1988 from Pearls of Inner Wisdom. Please remember your comments and questions are always most welcome and can be sent to our address at www.meditationforpeace.info. See you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ